Evening, friends, followers, and fellow book lovers. This is Iron Will, and I'm back with another thought. Um, I know some of you guys like 3 weeks in a row and not a book review. I've got one. I just got to get it finished up and ready to go. Um, but as I was thinking about today and reading some different things about today and looking at the books on my shelf, I almost grabbed a different book, but I grabbed this one here, Leadership and Liberty by Chris Breed and Owen Woodward. And as I was flipping through the pages, I came upon this one idea that I had circled and starred. And this is what it reads. People don't understand or appreciate their freedom adequately, nor truly realize how it came to be or how bad things would be without it. Unfortunately, that's kind of the state of things in America and in other parts of the world where they're giving up some of their freedoms. If you live in Europe, other parts of North America, you probably have seen some of those rights lost or stripped. And one of the particular things that makes that so easy to do for that thing to happen is that we don't study our histories enough. And I think, well, we take history in school. Yeah, you take the history that they want you to learn in school. But is it really enough of the truth, enough of the facts, enough of the stories? Remember, history is about stories, not about dates and facts and names. It's about the stories that are written and that get told. The stories that get written and get told. Also about the stories that don't get told. The stories that are forgotten or are hidden from us because the people writing the histories don't want us to know about the strange and miraculous things that have gone on, especially in the formation of the United States. But I will confess that I believe that there are many nations that have histories, that inspire and uplift and encourage their citizens to love their country. They may not be as amazing or as inspiring as Americans take their own history for. They still may be amazing stories of courage and freedom, of sacrifice, of honor. And one of the things that we miss when we don't study our history, no matter what nation you're in, you don't understand what things you're missing. You don't understand the stories that aren't told. You don't even know them. I love history because of the stories that are told. The stories of bravery and courage, of fidelity to nation. Um, my kids had some friends over and we were watching Big Hero 6 tonight. And in it, the robot Baymax sacrifices his body so that Hero and Abigail can survive. The kid's like, "Oh, this is so sad." And I said, "No, this is fantastic. Baymax dies a hero's death." And when you look through culture, through thousands and thousands of years, um, those who die for their country are honored. And I wasn't going to plan to go here, but today's Memorial Day, in the year of 2023. And this is a special day for Americans because we honor our fallen. It's a day to remember, a day to learn our histories. A tradition my family has done off and on over the years is we like to go to a national cemetery and talk about the different people that have given their lives. One really special weekend, we went to my grandfather's grave, who served in Europe after World War II, served in the Army band for a number of years, and then he served in Vietnam, 2 tours in Vietnam. And at his funeral, I was fine through the service, just through everything. And when we got to his burial at the National Cemetery, they did a 21 gun salute. And then the emotions came, they flowed. Because I know that while he didn't die in combat, he did lose some of himself in Vietnam. And that's just from a little bit from stories my mom had shared. But when I knew my grandpa, he's a pretty tough guy, strong. He loved us. He wasn't as active in our everyday life like my grandmother was, but you could tell through his discipline and his the way he connected with us and communicated with us that he did love us. In fact, one of the very few pictures I have of him I actually carry with me. And this is me and 2 of my siblings with my grandpa Shibe. I don't know. He paid a price. And some of my aunts and uncles got caught up in that price in their own different ways. And their stories aren't for me to tell. But there are men and women who have paid that price. And some of them are with us. They paid a heavy price. And I hope that you will do two things. If you're an American and you're coming out of this, you're seeing this. I hope you do two things next year. Is that one, you commemorate Memorial Day. That sometime that weekend, go to a national cemetery, go to a family plot, go do service at a national cemetery in your community or a military cemetery in your community and help put out flags or wreaths or whatever that tradition is for that cemetery, that location. Excuse me. And remember, talk about the battle that may have been fought in that community a long time ago. We've done Gettysburg with our boys. We have done, I need to do it with my younger boys. We have done a couple different ones. Arlington National Cemetery, it's not too far from us. We've done Indiantown Gap, where my grandfather is buried. And I got to tell you guys that we don't do enough for our veterans in the United States. If you were in another country, you are outside the United States, do you have a national holiday that celebrates the fallen soldiers in your country? If you do, drop a comment below. And do you celebrate? Do you celebrate them? Do you honor those who died? And I don't, it doesn't, I don't think it matters to God what side they fought on, as much as it matters that they fought with honor. They were valiant soldiers for their country. Because there is something about men and women who are willing to do that. If you're an American and you have the means and you see some vets out having lunch or something, I'd encourage you to pick up the tab or maybe put $20 towards their meal, whatever the case may be. We should honor the men and women that serve our countries in the military. Those that are alive, we should honor them. Those that are not alive, we should commemorate and honor them. This is what I believe about soldiers, sailors, airmen, whatever branch they may be in. This is what I believe. John 15:13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. John 15:13. And I know veterans that, well, I just did my 2 years. I did my 4 years. I got my GI Bill or whatever. I'm really blessed. I get to work around a couple of vets that are amazing guys. And I love to honor them. And I love to listen to their stories. And I love to to just hang out with them. I think vets are amazing people. And some of those humble people that you'll probably ever meet. What I would recommend is things I've already shared, things I've already said. Honor those that serve, honor those that gave their life. Do a kindness. Do something nice for a vet. Donate to the Gary Sinise Foundation. I don't know. Do something. Do something that you believe will do good. Because we the American people can and I believe should do more. Philly's not where I was going to go with this, but I felt inspired to share some different things and talk about a few people I know. Weighs heavy on my heart because I believe the soul of America is good and her people are good men and women. Not perfect, they're good. And I believe that the people of America will make things right. I really, really do. So, my friends, followers, and fellow book lovers, I hope you go out, you make it a great June. It's just around the corner. And I hope you go out and make it a great 2023. This is our Will out.